A carpenter, in the midst of his work, was horrified to find that the hammer in his hand was no longer obeying his commands. The nails he had already hammered in started to move on their own. To his shock, a nail he had been holding in his mouth pierced his lip, and the hammer suddenly flew toward an elderly man nearby. Not long before this, George had discovered an electrical socket embedded in a nearby rock. After merely touching the stone, he was immediately shocked by a powerful electrical current that sent him flying. Unbeknownst to him, a woman had been watching him from afar, and she was the one responsible for creating the socket. Soon after, George's body began to change in strange ways. Nearby metallic objects began flying toward him. As he passed the the carpenter's hammer and nails were uncontrollably pulled toward him. When he walked past a woman, he accidentally attracted the metal objects from her skirt, causing her to think he was a pervert. An elderly lady then came by and, to George's surprise, she too was lifted by the magnetism, but instead of reprimanding him, she seemed to like the attention. Panicked, George quickly fled the scene, only to find that hotel cutlery and utensils began flying toward him. It dawned on him that his body had turned into a magnet, and he realized that it must have been the socket he touched earlier that triggered this change. In a rush, he tried to figure out what to do, but he soon discovered that his prosthetic limb had become stuck to an elevator, the magnetism growing stronger with time. Suddenly, a woman appeared, and with quick precision, she used a wire to bind George and pull him toward the elevator. It turned out that this woman was a substitute agent. George tried to press the emergency stop button using a device known as the Purple Hermit, but he couldn't find it in time. In the nick of time, Dell arrived and pressed the button, saving George's life.